Why did Jesus say that no man would know the day or the hour? Isn't that redundant? Did you ever think about that? Like, if you don't know the day, obviously you're not going to know the hour. So clearly, there must be something deeper here than most see. Because most take that verse, they say, well, no man can know the day or the hour, so I'm going to throw out, like, most of the Bible. Because, you don't just cherry pick. You don't just take one verse and go, oh, well, I don't need to look at anything else because clearly I can't know the day, so I can't have any idea when he would be. He's probably going to be here like in 1,000 years. No, guys. No. Listen. The day or the hour was Jewish wedding language. When they got married in Jesus' time, the Jewish people, they did not know the day or hour that they would get married. But their father knew. And when it was time for the wedding, their father would say, go get your bride. It just means we're going to get married soon. It doesn't mean that we can't know that our wedding is soon, because they knew their wedding was soon. They just didn't know the exact day. They knew the season. He gave us so many signs with the earthquakes and the pestilences and everything going on in the world when the rapture would happen. He gave us that so we would know. And I just saw someone make a point in a video last night where they're like, how does someone read, what is it, 1 Thessalonians 5, I think, and come to the conclusion that that would be during the tribulation? Because it's like, if you actually read it and think about it, that wouldn't make sense.
Therefore, you also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming in an hour you do not expect. And obviously, the one taken, the one left. And I'm sorry, but if you think that this is happening during the tribulation or afterwards, that doesn't even make sense.
What verse is it that says that people will be living their lives like normal, eating and drinking and giving in marriage, and then the rapture will happen? That is not the tribulation. If you know what the tribulation is, obviously that can't be the tribulation. People aren't going to be living their lives like normal when the tribulation happens. It will be hell on earth. 1/3 of the population will die during the, or whatever the percentage is, like a huge amount of the population will die during the first 3.5 years. Some people think that, like, oh, the first 3.5 are going to be fine. Everything's going to be normal and calm, and the second 3.5 are bad. No, it's all tribulation. Tribulation is really bad. It's all bad. People will not be eating and drinking and living their lives like normal, like they are right now. But we are seeing the birth pangs. We are seeing these things happening in various places all over the world right now. So it has to be a pre-tribulation rapture. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. You got to study this stuff. You can't just take one verse and go, well, I can't know. There's no way of knowing. And then you go around telling people that are saying that it's soon and being like, stop doing that. You're wrong. It's like, you don't know what you're doing. When you mock and scoff and say that Jesus has been on his way for 2,000 years and still isn't here, that's literally what the scripture says when people do that. It's like, guys, the Lord is not slow, as some count slowness. You think he's taking too long, but God says he's not going by your clock. He's going by his clock. And he gave us the signs to look for to know when his clock is almost at midnight. He said to look at Israel, and when Israel has armies, when they're surrounded by enemies, look up, for your redemption draws near. When you see all of these things begin to happen, boy, have they begun. It is so soon. I'm not going to promise you that it happens in September, but if it doesn't, I'm going to be really shocked. I mean, really, never before in history has this many collective group of Christians all consistently believe that it's likely going to happen September around the 23rd, whatever day it will end up being, because we don't know the day or hour, but we know about what day or hour it will be. You gotta look at everything, not just some things, I tell people about certain earthquakes and stuff, and they're like, well, there's always been earthquakes. Okay, but that's not the point. The point is that there's earthquakes and all of these hurricanes and floods in everything, all of the signs, because that's never happened before, where all of the signs were all at this intense level, all simultaneously happening in diverse places. Guys, Jesus is coming soon. Today is the day of salvation. You don't have much time. We are really, really going to be out of here. I personally believe this year, probably next month. But yeah, God bless you guys. Peace.